Hey guys, welcome to day 4 of Journey to PhD. So once again, let's recap about what we planned yesterday and what we have done. So today was pretty good. Managed to complete almost all the tasks, uh, with the exception of sketching. I still have not been able to do that. So tomorrow I'll try to get it done. But in terms of waking up, I managed to go. So we'll slowly try to push the timing earlier and earlier, or when we wake up. Managed to complete our exercises. In terms of like trying out different ideas, managed to work on that, and also studying of math, we managed to do that. Yeah, and even had time to go for a walk. So all in all, today was a pretty packed day, but it was eventful. Yeah, so however, today as I was doing like some of the work, I had some thoughts in terms of how I want to approach it. So one thing that I realized was that even though I was spending a lot of time doing a lot of different things, I found it quite difficult to be effective because firstly it was not very clear from yesterday's planning what I should really be doing. So like for example, I said try out this idea or write out ideas. So these were like quite ambiguous. So it's actually quite hard to be very effective when working on it. I felt that I was like drifting a lot of time. So one thing I realized was that perhaps it's because that I was trying to do so many things, like exploring like 3 different ideas in a day, and that could be quite overwhelming. So one thing that I realized is that I should be prioritizing. uh, yeah, so ruthlessly priority clearly what I want to achieve. So I think one of the reason is that I'm not really too sure about the research direction that I want to go, and this is what causes it. So something that I choose to do tomorrow is to dedicate time to really think about this, and hopefully I can get back to you on which is the research direction. Of course I scoped out some, so it is along the lines with efficient data curation, for downstream model performance at scale. So initially I wanted to include reinforcement learning inside, but I realized reinforcement learning is a means to an end, so not necessarily constrained to reinforcement learning. Yeah, but I think I will work to refine this a little bit more. And yeah, this is my schedule for tomorrow. So slowly I'm trying to push the time that I wake up earlier and earlier, and also when I finish my breakfast, so that would really allow me to fill in more things in the day. Yeah, so I realized around like 6 hours 30 minutes to 7 hours of work is just nice, with around 2 hours of recreation is probably feasible to be maintained sustainably as of now. And so this is what I plan. So again, I will have almost 3 hours spent on studying math, and then after that I will look into the research. Yeah, and tomorrow, as part of the recreation, I added outdoor reflection is to really think on this prioritization as well. But I thought being in a different environment would give me different perspectives. So that's also something that I want to do. And yeah, and I intentionally left tomorrow a little bit more open in terms of the timing, because I think, as I said previously, I really want to focus on this prioritization aspect. But in terms of technical, so in case I do have some spare time left over tomorrow, I do want to focus on building a skill. So building up knowledge on the reinforcement learning. So I'll try to work on building a video. I probably won't be able to finish it by tomorrow, but at least start work on it. Yeah, in terms of health wise, I managed to follow with the meal prep. Yeah, I've added corn as like sort of like a sweet treat, but overall pretty decent calorie deficit for today as well. Yeah, and that's it. I also added this goals list. So one thing is that I updated this to 30 days, because initially I put 10 days, and I realized that it's possible, but it's just for reading. But if I really want to do exercise or revision, I really need this 20 extra days, so I decided to add this in. And also in terms of health goals, I've added this standing up at will. So after 60 days, I'll give an update on whether I can do this. And also I want to revise the Taylor series. Yeah, and that's it. I'll update you all tomorrow on the progress of this.